few things happening.
Bina.
Sheena.
I don't
she
know.
got the ambiance going.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry. Whew, okay.
No, you're all right. You're all right. Take your time.
Okay.
We ain't rushing nothing. It's Friday night. Cheers. How you doing?
I'm great. I am in Florida, sunny Florida.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that's not a Zoom background. That's actually
this is my backyard. This is backyard.
You never know these days.
Zoom background.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. There we go. Okay.
Take your time.
Perfect. No, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready when you guys are. Is it bright enough? How's my lighting?
Oh no, the lighting is good.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. Because y'all know I be real weird about my lighting.
And
I'm double fisting it because I'm like low key on vacation. So I pulled up. Okay. I pulled up. The drive is a solid 12 hours, right? And they live in like my dad lives in a gated community, so you have to call in, blah, blah, blah.
You're in South Florida.
South Florida, exactly.
Okay.
So I pull in, we pull around to the house, and she's like, Sheena, you're here. And I'm like, I am. The car wasn't even off. The car wasn't even off. And I was prepared for tonight, so I brought Tito's, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was like, oh, you ready? Oh, honey, just show me where the chaser is. So yeah, I'm ready.
Cheers. Hold your drinks up. I want to say it has been a long week. This week has been longer than a Zack Snyder cut movie.
Child, I don't even know what that means. But it has been.
It has been serious. Cheers to y'all. Happy Friday.
Amen. Cheers.
So we're gonna have some fun tonight.
With the
we were just talking about the vaccine.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yes. I was just talking about it with my parents.
Yeah. Did your parents get it?
Yes. Well, my stepmom, she's a nurse. Like she's a nurse in the ER.
Oh, dope. Okay.
So she's had it for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he's gotten his through the VA. So he's gotten one down. He has a Moderna, and he has one down. So that was a big part of us like agreeing to come down.
Your parents are what I might call legit humans. Like
they're pretty
jobs,
cool.
You know what I mean?
Well, my dad's retired, so I don't even know. Is fishing for sharks a legit job? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm with it because he was like, bring my grandkids. So here the hell I am. Because I'll be working next week while they'll be fishing for sharks and whatnot. But this is the background that I was working with. So I ain't even mad.
Enjoy yourself. Thanks for even joining us while you're on vacation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, y'all ain't got shit to do. So I'm here with y'all on Friday. This is like my favorite Friday. I was teasing because not too long I was like, oh, you guys y'all not recording nothing? I can't join on to anything you guys are doing. And I was like, nah, not tonight. So I'm like, okay, fine.
No, this is cool. This is cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm not anti-vax necessarily. I know I'm gonna have to get it eventually. I'm just waiting to see what happens if some of these fools start growing thumbs or extra arms or something. I'm just waiting to see. You know what I'm saying? Like you said,
I'm low-key with you though. I haven't gotten mine yet, only because I think that I already had coronavirus. Well, I'm pretty sure I already had it in the beginning, and I've been kind of, I won't say reckless, but I've been traveling solo, and I do the steps that you're supposed to do. I wash my hands, I wear my mask, I social distance, but I have not locked myself in the house for a year. Like I'm just not. Okay.
I can dig it.
So, and me and the boys have been safe, and their teachers have been vaccinated. My parents have been vaccinated. And I'm waiting for the Johnson and Johnson. Like
you gonna take?
I was in the military, so
I've
had
one and done.
Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, the Johnson and Johnson
baby powder.
Johnson and Johnson makes a lot of stuff. Okay,
no,
and then
I'm just picking. I'm picking.
So I'm a little biased. Okay, I'm a little biased. But I did my fair share of research, and they have, a wider range of variants that they tested against. So that was kind of more of why I went with the Johnson and Johnson one for myself, knowing that the kids can't get vaccinated. But like I said, everyone that they're around has been vaccinated. So I'm not gonna say I'm not in a rush, but I'm not against it. Like I was in the military, so I got all the other shit too. Like I got anthrax. I have smallpox. You know, I have all the other, I got Gardasil against HPV. Like I got all the other vaccines. So I'm gonna just throw that on top. But I also wasn't really in a rush to do it, only because I didn't feel the need to. Like I'm not, I think a lot of people are like, oh, I gotta get the vaccine so I can leave the house. And I'm like, I've been out here. You know what I mean?
That's real.
So let me give you my story, because I just got the vaccine on Wednesday, right?
Which one did you get? Is that rude
Pfizer.
to ask?
No, it's not. Because I was thinking that I was getting Moderna, and then when I got there, they was like, "Oh no, this is Pfizer," and I was like,
"It's almost as regular now as asking like, what's your sign?" You know?
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What's your back status?
But I got mine on Wednesday, right? So this is a ICareTooMuch exclusive. I got my vaccine on Wednesday. Thursday, apparently I came in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID. So today, I was supposed to go to work today. Let's peep this. I was supposed to go to work today, and I was going to take Jack with me because, you know what I'm saying, I got Jack. And I was just going, go in my office. Me and Jack was just going to hang out. I was going to substitute classes and do it like that. And I decided against it because I was like, I'm not putting my kid in that type of danger or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Especially with, it's not a lot, but it's high school kids, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel bad about my decision to stay home today, but around 11 o'clock, I got a call. I got a call from a few different people. So I'm looking at the phone ring and I'm like, should I answer? Like, what the hell is going on? Like,
what kind of contract?
Am I about to get fired? Nah, this is before I even knew. Like, so I'm like, yo, am I about to get fired? Because I'm like, the assistant principal called me. Another one of the administrators called me, and I'm like, yo, this is it. So basically, and the nurse called me. So basically, when the nurse called me, I knew. I was like, yo, this is something about COVID. So they were like, yeah, Thursday you were in contact with someone who tested positive, so we need you to fill out the paperwork, quarantine. Go ahead.
So they were calling you to tell you that you had been in contact with someone? Okay.
Right. Well, okay. And so the other people, and once I found out who they actually sent home and who I had been around, I knew where like it occurred, and I knew like, okay, so it had to be one of three people, right? Because they sent people home. The people that they sent home, if they sent them home, they didn't come to the job knowing that they were positive for COVID. So that wasn't the people who had it. So I narrowed it down.
Students. It was teachers, not students.
No, it was teachers. Or, just folks around the building, staff, what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, because I work at Doug on the west side of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Doug.
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what that means.
You don't know? Okay. All right. So I'll give you a few famous Doug alumni.
It's a high school. Doug is a high school.
Yeah, it's a high school. Frederick Douglass High School.
Okay.
Keisha Lance Bottoms is probably one of the most famous alum of Doug. Killer Mike went to Doug. Michael Render. Okay. T.I. went to Doug, but he didn't graduate.
None of my business.
Oh man, we got
and a few of
we should probably talk about that at some point too. Ooh.
What?
We're gonna circle back to that. I need to finish hearing about Doug.
Oh yes. Oh okay. So so when they called me and told me that I had been exposed, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Because I'm an anti-vaxxer. Like I was like, I'm not getting the vaccine. Okay. I just became comfortable in the last couple of weeks of getting it. And
are you anti-vax for yourself or also for your children as well?
Children as well.
Okay.
But what I won't do is if either of their mothers are like, yo, we need to get this, I'm not gonna stand in the way of that unless it's something that I really feel strongly about. Now, kids can't get the COVID vaccine at the moment, at least. So, I don't have to worry about it from that standpoint. But yeah, you know, something just changed in the last, you know, a few conversations I had, and I just opened my mind to getting the vaccine, and I went ahead and got it at the stadium, at a Mercedes-Benz Stadium
Mercedes-Benz,
on
okay,
Wednesday.
cool.
Yeah. So I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? Like Wednesday night, I was like super fatigued. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that was one of the
You feel that sixth finger growing?
nah, man, I actually feel good, man.
Okay.
Like I feel real good. You know,
Good.
I was nervous about that six finger growing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and look, every little thing. You know how when you like paranoid, every little thing is like,
man,
oh, nigga, that's the code. That's that vaccine. My chest itching.
I come down to Atlanta, I don't know, probably once or twice a month. And every time I get back home, I feel like tired and like achy. And I'm like, oh shit, I done got COVID when I come down there. Oh my God. But I really just like figured it was like, okay, it's a change in environment. Like that's just what happens. Like your body goes through different things. Your immune system is kicked up a little bit. So you might be a little warm. Like, do I have a fever? I'm like taking my temperature 40 times a day. And I'm like, you know what? It might be the wine or it's coronavirus, but it's probably the wine.
For me,
Get that.
It's the weed. I just chalk it up to look, I smoke too much.
Sometimes I do. It makes my heart race a little bit. I'm like, yo, is this my corona stroke? Wait a second, I'm high. Never mind.
That is my experience being high, bro. You can attest to this. For the most part.
There's like two responses. So like Sheena, just to let you know, my bro Jeffro, he don't really smoke like that.
Gotcha.
I do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when he come visit, you know what I'm saying? He might be like, let me try that.
Let me try that.
You know, he like, let me try that.
Uh-huh.
So he either gonna be sleep on my couch for the next 12 hours.
Or he's smoking.
Or he paranoid.
Yes.
You hear that?
Like, yo.
Like, boy, that's the refrigerator. Go sit down.
Right.
That's the ice maker.
My heart ain't beating right.
Somebody at the door? No, ain't nobody.
And that's what makes it so bad. It's like I'm a career like weeded, and I'll get high and be like, "Oh God, my heart is racing."
Right.
Is this blood clot?
Right.
Oh my God, is this girl? This is gas. And gas.
I'm gonna tell you the best and the worst thing that this guy has done to me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother. I love him because I remember how adamant he was over the summer. Like, yo, I'm staying in the house. I'm not fooling with people, not going out. And my grandmother passed away. Shout out to Ruth Burgess. I love you, Grandma.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Me and my grandmother was super close. And so he came to the ceremony. And honestly, I wasn't even expecting it because I understood. Like, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I'm gonna have to turn my camera off.
You know, we gotta. Well, no, wait, what happened?
That's a lot. No, I had a friend when my grandmother passed. She came and just that meant everything to me. So I totally,
like him, seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I walk into the spot where it was, and it was in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I had to pay respects.
Yeah. So to walk in, man, to see him, man, it was certainly touching. Because I didn't expect him to be there. And he told me he was gonna be there, but I just knew like how you felt about
you don't ghost on funerals. You don't be like, yeah, I'm gonna be there and then don't show up.
Like, I ain't show up.
Oh no, I got a story about that too.
Damn.
Really? Oh, we're gonna have to hear that.
Oh yeah, we can. That's okay. We can talk about it.
You ghosted me on no funeral.
Right. So as I'm walking into the funeral, he hands me this bag. And this bag has two things of lemonade. And I'm looking at this joint, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go smack at this.
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't have a better opportunity or a better time that I could.
It ain't no better time than the present. It ain't no better time than the present.
I was leaving to go back out of town. The next
right
day.
after, yeah.
So I'm assuming this
I left early the next morning.
Or Maryland,
DC
area. Okay.
DC. And so I had already come to his house, and so we had the conversation at his house about the lemonade. He was like, "I'm gonna get it to you," And I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back over here in the 7:30. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get to see you. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come to
That's what friends
the
are.
funeral. Yeah, my brother always
I'm a friend to the end. I'm a friend to the end.
Yeah.
My homegirl bought Peruvian chicken just for me.
Really?
Because she knows what I need when I need it.
That's a friend. Because that Peruvian chicken
in the middle of the country in Virginia. I was like, bro, this is everything.
Bring me some Polo Yoko.
Okay, it's alpaca. Okay, I like alpaca.
Yo, what's that spot right there in College Park? I cannot think of the name of it.
Chicken
it's right there. It's in College Park. They just put another one right there on University Boulevard. And I just found out about it a couple of years because I don't live up there no more. But
I don't know nothing about nothing up there. Child.
Oh no, I'm no, I was asking L because I know that he's been here before. And I just cannot think of the name of the place.
I don't know. I just can't.
Let me get back to
got me to go.
Right. We got the juice at grandma's funeral.
Right. Yes. Okay. So I waited until I got back to Atlanta to drink this juice. So I didn't fly. I drove to DC from Atlanta. I gave my sister the other juice and she drank the other juice or whatever. So I get back. Shout out to Fats. I get back to Atlanta, and the night I get back to Atlanta, I'm like, yeah, I want to try this juice. And I'm thinking to myself, like, oh, this is only 8 ounces. I could drink the whole thing. Yeah, when I tell you I had a whole panic attack and I was high as a mug the next day, I called him and told him, like, yo, bro, why you ain't tell me not to drink the whole 8 ounces of
you a grown man.
What time? Oh my God.
I was having panic attacks.
I know it. I know.
Plus your body, you are bigger in stature than me, so I feel like, all right, your body just going
should be able to take it.
But the tolerance.
Yeah, my tolerance.
Oh my gosh.
See, because you get the wrong idea because you see me down them joints.
Exactly.
And I'm functional.
Right.
But our whole time, like I'm smacked right now. I ain't gonna lie. It's just, it's just a way of life for me. I'm trying to stigmatize it because I use it as medicine.
Yeah.
So, I choke up. I do my thing, man. But like, I think I give you the wrong idea that it's achievable. Like we see Mike and we be like, MJ.
Right. And he running around in the chicken coop.
I apologize like that. Now publicly. I apologize, bro, for setting you up like that.
Yo, man, you set me up for the okie doke, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I need some more of that lemonade.
I was say shout out to Chill Jackson.
Shout out to Chill Jackson.
Yes,
yeah.
Sheena, we got to hear about this story.
Which one?
The one you was just talking about the story where
I skipped out on the funeral.
At a funeral.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Oh, you were the skipper?
Oh yeah. So my friend passed away. Well, she had lupus. And she went into a very quick downward spiral, like that Monday. Every day I went to the hospital, we sat, and her family came. Her mom's there. I'm doing everything I can with her mom. That Friday, I'm going to sit with her, as I'm doing. I took the day off, and I said, you know what? Today's going to be a beautiful day. I got up, did my makeup. And as I was getting curling my hair, my mom called, hysterical. And I'm like, what's going on? Whoa, what's going on? She was like, Mama's not breathing. They're taking her to the hospital. So now in the course of, me getting dressed to go see one of my best friends, in a coma, just sitting with her, talking to her, my grandmother passes away, just kind of out of the blue. So I rush up to Virginia and I deal with that. And that Friday I come back, after dealing with my mom, there's, not a lot. She's gone now, let me get my mom situated. Let me get my mom home. I have family. I have a big military family. So I get, on the phone with Red Cross. I'm like the person who does it all for my family, get on the phone with Red Cross. I have an aunt in Germany. I have an uncle in Afghanistan. So we do all the things to get them home now because their mother has passed away.
Right.
So I get home that Friday night and I get a call from my friend's mom and said, we're going to go ahead and take her off life support on Sunday. So, okay. All right. So we do it on Sunday and, that the week happens. I'm dealing with my grandmother passing. We plan the funeral, we get everything situated for that, and then I go to be by my friend's mother's side, and I pick out a wig, I pick out clothes, I pick out shoes, I pick out jewelry for her funeral. So I'm doing 2 funerals at one time. And then it got to a point, okay, now I'm back and forth to Virginia and like South North Carolina, Virginia, South North Carolina. And okay, my grandmother, we got all my family back. We have the services, and okay, we're, you know, in the ground. And then the next weekend was my best friend's funeral. And I was like, I can't.
That's heavy.
I couldn't.
I'm with you.
I didn't feel the need to see her in that state. Like I had done everything. I knew what she was going to wear because I picked it. I knew what she was going to have on. I knew her underwear. Like I knew every detail already. So I didn't feel the need to be there. And I also didn't feel the need to be there for anyone else. You know, like I was already in close contact with her mom, and her family. And like we share a bunch of friends, but there was, you know, there's only so much one person can do. So I definitely understand. And it's not the first one. Since then I've buried my other grandmother. Like that's why I'm here now. Monday I'll be going to pick out her headstone. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're sorry for your loss.
It's okay. I'm okay on it now. Like I'm okay with it now. Because tomorrow I'm going to Miami. I'm getting raggedy.
I know that's right.
We're celebrating my little cousin, who was like my first little sister. She got her MD and she got matched to her MD program. So we're getting
shout out to her.
And we're getting raggedy all day tomorrow. And all day
shout out to her, man. Shout out to just black women is just so like
it's
resilient.
It'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. The boys are here with their grandpa. Grandpa wanted them. So, you know, I was like, okay, sure. Talk to you guys later. I'm going to Miami for a week.
Enjoy.
I mean, that's where we're from. I don't want to be like, oh, we're going to Miami. Oh, absolutely. But that's home. You know, that's where we grew up. That's home for us. You know. Like they came out, oh, absolutely. I got you. I've been safe this whole time, remember?
But I'm saying,
I've been hanging out in Atlanta.
Miami now. We see all the reports and stuff about how they wilding out on South Beach.
Yeah, man.
Oh no, we're not going to South Beach. So that's the cool thing about being like a resident, like knowing where to actually go. Like everybody's like, let's go to South Beach, and I'm like,
I like Wynwood. I like Wynwood.
No. So I grew up in Carroll City.
Oh, go ahead. Okay? I'm sorry.
Some of little hood. Okay, we got gold teeth in the stash. You know what I mean? So there are a few beaches that we're aware of, and then. Never mind that, like my dad has done pretty good for himself, and like we're at I'm on a beach now. They live in a private community with private beach, so like beach is not something I'm worried about.
Right.
But yeah, it's skipping out on funerals.
You made me think about something too. So I dress.
What you do for yourself.
I dressed both of my grandfathers for their funeral. That's one experience that I had with my father as a grown man, that I was able to dress his father for his funeral. And but dressing my grandfather was definitely like I had to make sure he was straight, because I spent a lot of time with him in his later years, and he was just he was fresh, man. Every Sunday he had a suit, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I remember one Father's Day I bought him one of the revolving tie hangers, because he had so many ties that he would match with all his suits, and it was fly, you know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to make sure he was fly too. So yeah, I dressed both of my grandfathers for their funeral.
Yeah. That's crazy. My grandfather, okay, since we're into death stories, my granddad like begged me after I got pregnant and had Jackson. He was like, come up here, save your money, and then build your house, and then go back to North Carolina. April 1st, I moved out. Okay, I'm out. We're out. I'm at my grandparents' house. I live in my grandparents' home now with my granddad. Get my kids enrolled in school. I get up that Monday morning to go get Jalen ready for school, and I walk down the hall, whatever, oh, somebody's in the bathroom. Okay, no big deal. Because my granddad, whatever. Jalen's like, Mom, Daddy Herman's in the tub. And I'm like, what do you mean Daddy Herman's in the tub? I come back, Daddy Herman is in the tub, but he is gone in the tub. So I have to now walk next door to get my mom. And I have to tell my mom, hey, your dad is not waking up today. So that's my story with my granddad, but it is kind of an awesome story because like I think he was, I mean, I know he was ready and no big deal. And I'm glad he was home to do it. He know, like, you know, things happen for a reason, you know?
Absolutely.
And so the dressing the grandpa part is really cool because my grandfather was like super sharp. Like he could have, I'm not gonna say he could have been a pimp because I've done my ancestry and we got a couple of first cousins that, you know what I mean? Like I have found out
the real deal.
Nah, I believe you.
But like all his suits were extremely tailored. Like they have a patch inside that have his name on it. You know, they're not property of, but like belongs to Herman Henry. Like I would shout out my granddad, Herman Henry. Hey, HHLH, okay. And like I even have a couple of like his favorite jackets. So I have them, you know, at home in my closet. So the dressing of the ground, I definitely, and he had this like cool like suit thing. Like it was like a seat and it had his like shoes in the bottom and all the stuff to clean his shoes with and the thing to hang his suit.
See, they don't make men like that no more.
No, they don't. Like and it was custom made. Like it has his name engraved on. And I was like, yo, this is the coolest thing. Like they did not play when it comes to dressing. And sometimes I feel so bad because I'm like, girl, Fashion Nova me out. And I'm like, my granddad would turn in his grave if he knew I was wearing some fast fashion shit. You know what I mean? Like you wearing that to church, you gonna wear that to church. So like I get it. Grandpas are so awesome.
OG.
They're so awesome. And like that was a big thing for me. Like I brought like my kids are here now because my dad was like, bring my boys. And I'm like, where are you? Like 700 miles away. And here we are.
Hey,
they're like singing karaoke. I'm like, I'm looking at my dad be an awesome grandpa.
You know, it's funny. It's like some, you know, we're at that age where we're watching our elders get older.
Right.
My mom, my kids are now with my aunt this weekend, and she's forever Aunt Maine. Shout out to Aunt Maine. I love you to death, baby. She's the same Aunt Maine to my kids as she was to me at their age, and that's just amazing to me. My mom, shout out to my mom.
Shout out to moms.
She's lovely, but she getting soft. I told her,
don't do that. Don't do that. Grandmas and grandpas supposed to be soft. They supposed to be.
She is letting kids get away
with stuff that you would never get away with.
I could never get away with.
Yeah. I don't know. My mama don't play that shit. She don't play that shit. She just don't play that. My mama don't play that. I don't know. Me and my dad I wasn't really raised by my dad. You know what I mean? Like I was raised by his mom.
Okay.
But my dad he's a, you know, Rolling Stone, you know, young whippersnapper. He's one of them. He's a light-skinned man.
Gotcha.
So that is what it is. But it has been really awesome to see him be a granddad. And I have to appreciate that. Like I can't hate on him for that. Like he just wants to take the boys fishing and like do the stuff that he likes to do. Like, I mean, he got me a daughter, you know. I mean, he has other kids, clearly. I mean, he just lost his oldest son in September. You know what I mean? Like he married my brother in September. Jeez. And I think that was a big thing to like kind of not force him, because he's always been close to the boys, but was really like a fire for him to be the best grandpa. And like I said, he's sitting there singing karaoke with them right now. I'm like, singing karaoke. Like I've seen him cuss out people in a bowling alley. Like, where are you singing karaoke to a rose gold mic right now from Fat Kid Deals? Like, I'm with it. And he's having a blast, and they're having a blast. So
you know what I was thinking about?
Grandpas.
And I tweeted this recently too. It's like you know, we used to have photo albums of physical pictures. We don't no more. And so we keeping these digital photo albums.
Right.
We need to make sure that we pass these down.
They're not tangible.
Keep the recipes.
Think about it. Like, you need to leave your information. Like, when I die and this thing is locked, I need somebody on my family to know.
Right, y'all better put my eyes open in my casket.
You need to share somewhere. You need to have a shared space somewhere with somebody in your family that can unlock all of your social media presence.
I definitely agree.
Your phone, all that, man. Because like we carrying around this digital, photo album. Essentially, I think that's what most people are using their phones for majority of the time anyways, to take photos. And you have those people out there that's like, oh, why you always taking photos? Why you always on your phone? Well, that's why, because I used to walk in grandma's house and look in the photo albums for days.
Yeah.
You don't do that no more. Our generation is not.
We saw our family on vacation in the photo albums. Like, that's how we saw it.
Every once in a while, I'll pull out my physical photos, like from years past. I think after college, I graduated in 2006. So like after college, stop using the physical photo.
Oh my gosh.
Well, from college. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
How old are you? Can I ask you guys how old y'all are?
I'm 36.
I'm 37.
Oh, okay. That was some youngins.
There you go. See, you about to spill your drink.
Don't drink chat. I'm old here.
Man, it's crazy. Like hearing y'all talk about. So I don't think I've ever skipped out on a funeral, right? But there was one funeral that I walked up to the front. I looked in the casket and I just walked out and couldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? L, Pep, David Moncrief.
Yep.
Pep. He was like a big brother to me. You know what I'm saying? The reason why, as an eighth grader at Coolidge High School, well, as an eighth grader, I was, at the middle school down the street, Tacoma. And my high school, which wasn't really that known for football at the time, you know what I'm saying? He was like the bright spot. And I was supposed to go to Eastern High School, clear across town, and I ended up choosing the high school that I went to. Yeah, shout out to Eastern. I ended up choosing the high school, Coolidge, that I went to solely because of him. I started playing football before I got to high school. I was like in the 8th grade. And he was like, man, just go out there, this and the third. So fast forward to maybe 2 weeks before he passed away. And, we were talking about me being at Howard, and, he's like, man, yo, I'm about to play HQ down there. Like, that's Alpha Chapter. You gotta do it. You gotta do it too. You know what I'm saying? And we having this conversation right on the corner of 7th and Longfellow. And we're talking about this, and I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? School is hard, and trying to pledge on top of football is difficult. He's like, yeah, I know, but you got to do it. We had this long conversation, and we just talked about training and everything. And 2 weeks later, on Father's Day of 2004, he went out with his brother, who had just become a father again, father of his second child. And they were in Crossroads Cafe Lounge, whatever it's called, over in Maryland. He was shot inside of the club. And I remember dreading it all week, like having to go to his funeral, because I just didn't want to see him like that. Like, he was like a superhero to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was one of my friends' big brother, but he was like my big brother too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave me advice like I was, his little brother. He, schooled me on stuff or whatever. And so when I got to the church, because the church, I believe it was like Starlight or whatever the name of that church is, right off New Hampshire Avenue. I walked into the church. I had a suit on. I got to the front and I see him in the casket, and I was like, I can't do this. And I walked right out. And I actually remember. So the person who called me and told me about it was shout out to Rashad Gillespie. He was my running back coach in high school. He called me to tell me about it, and when he called me, you could tell he was hurting, but he was trying to be strong or whatever. And I cried like a baby. Now, people who know me know that I grew up and I ain't cry like that. My pops ain't had that. You know what I'm saying? The first time I saw him cry, I think I was like 24, and I was looking at him like, Slim, you cry?
Shout out to my man, Big John.
Yes, shout out to Pops.
Shout out, Big John.
And so, you know what I'm saying? So for me to cry during a moment like that, you know what I'm saying, was big, because I you know what I'm saying, like any type of emotional something I felt, I just squelched it. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? But that one hit me like super hard. And even now, like I think about it, like, and I think about him, it's been 17 years, almost 17 years. It'll be 17 years, Father's Day this year. And it still hits like it happened yesterday. Like every few weeks you'll see me tweet about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it's through like some type of lyrics or something. Like I always use that that Jay-Z joint from Lucifer. You know, I got dreams of holding the 9mm Peps Killer. And I'll just tweet that every once in a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I think about him often. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of impact that he had in my life. Which makes me think like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to be impactful like that. Not for my own like clout or anything like that, but just to make that type of impact on somebody, like to help them, you know what I'm saying, reach wherever they're supposed to go. Yeah, let me
No, that's real, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
Absolutely.
death hits us all differently.
Yeah.
And you know, it may seem selfish. Some people, you know, may take it as selfish, but they got to give you that leniency, just like, hey, it hit me differently. It's you know, I take it a different way. I take it a lot deeper. Or, you know, you don't have to compare. I'm just saying, it just hits us all differently. Right. And so
absolutely
grieve different. You should be allowed that space to grieve how you grieve, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. I felt like I had got hit with a string of them. Bow, 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 bow. I started losing all of my family at one time. Like up until I was like 33 or 34, I still had everybody. And then like my aunt passed, my granddad passed, my grandmother passed, my other grandmother, my cousin, my brother, like everybody started going at one time. I was like, what?
Wow.
So it gets crazy. And and even each one has its own grieving cycle.
Yeah.
And you know, you got to be careful not to get trapped in that, you know, you gotta sometimes, because it can be real bleak, like damn, like am I the next one? Is someone the next one? Who the hell?
What y'all think happens when somebody dies? I feel like the energy is just transferred. I feel like you die and then you wake up
science,
as a baby.
That's science. Energy is fully transferred from place to place. It's never lost. Absolutely never lost. Every lesson, every
lost or destroyed.
Absolutely. It just rolls on, you know, it just rolls into the next thing, and it rolls into the next thing. You may be gone in physical presence, but that person who they are is never gone anywhere. You just roll into the next person.
The lights turn out and then you wake up crying as a baby somewhere else.
You know what? I thought about that.
I don't know if I necessarily, I won't say that I don't agree in reincarnation, but I think where the lights turn out is that light turns on in someone else that's already here. Like, okay, now I am in a present state of what that person was to me and what their mission was. And here's why I carry on their purpose. You know, in addition to my purpose, how did that person add to my life in that sense? So it's not necessarily that they're gone. It's just now they're spread a little bit, almost like fertilizer, to say like, here was where they were for me, in addition to the other people. And I think of that in respect to like my granddad, right? Like he was into flowers. He was into gardening. He was into things, and all his 15 grandkids, and all of us all do that. So it was just more or less a seed for us to blossom. So now, mind you, he's one tree, and now we're 15 trees. And then we will take that on to our children, which will be 28 trees. You know, that's where we are right now. I don't know if I'm having any more, but the other ones is
Wait, hold on. Wait, you just said that, and thinking back to the question that you just asked us, because you asked how old we were, and then you called us youngins.
Y'all are youngins.
How old are you?
A little bit older than y'all.
What's a little bit?
You don't ask a woman her age.
No, I mean, you ain't supposed
37.
to.
You tried it.
Oh, good. Okay.
Tried it.
I'm 37. What does that have to do with the current conversation? I can still have kids.
No. Of course you can. Listen, shout out to one of my friends. She was an advisor at Georgia State University. She was 40 years old. I walked in her office one day, and she and I had this real dope conversation, and she was talking about, you know, I just feel like there's so much purpose in being a mother and this, that, and the third. And she was like, I don't see it in the cards for me. I'm 40. I'm about to turn 41. She and I prayed in her office that day. She's watched Jack before. She and I prayed in her office that day. This was like maybe December or January.
Get this conversation going.
She got pregnant in May. Had her baby. Shout out to baby Maya.
Yay,
in
Maya.
February, or maybe at the end of January. I want to say it was the same month as her birthday. But yeah, like I want to say she had that baby as a 41-year-old woman.
Nice. Oh yeah. I don't believe that I'm not gonna say I don't think there is a limit. But no, I don't. I'm really with that. I'm reconstructing my oven right now, actually, just in case. I'm not saying that I would have more kids, but I had gotten to a point. No, I'm okay, thanks. I had gotten to a point where I was like, I ain't having a okay. And then I really got to thinking about it. I was like, yo, the best thing that I am is a mom. You know, who am I to say that this isn't my gift? Like, who am I to say that these kids aren't the gift to the world? You know. Like, who's to say this womb ain't everything? But yeah, no, I'm totally with it. And even like alternative methods, you know, I have one of my best friends, she had a child through artificial insemination. He's loved, like we love that boy, his family, he's loved. So we think of like the nuclear family as the tradition, but there's so many ways to bring a loved person into this world. And it's like, who are me to stop this? Okay. Right. Like I already got 2 awesome little universes out here. You know, why would I, who am I? Let me clean house real quick.
Remember that movie, She Hate Me? Anthony Mackie.
Yes. I love that movie.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to revisit that one. It made me think.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Anthony Mackie's catching. Sorry, change the subject.
I didn't even realize that was him.
A lot on social media right now.
That low-key might have been his best movie though.
Anthony Mackie has a perpetual like.
I don't know. What do you think is the better of his movies?
He has the perpetual smelted, delted face.
I can't with that damn Winter Soldier. So I just am completely out of that.
His none of his Marvel Universe stuff.
Nah.
I thought he was pretty good as Papa Doc. I felt like it was a miscast when he played Tupac in the Biggie movie.
I don't even recall that one. I only know She Hate Me, and he was great in that. That is his claim to fame for me, the kid.
The Black Mirror episode.
Yo, is that the video game one?
Yes, but the woman opposite him was she should have won an Emmy or something.
No, she's amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, she is amazing.
Yeah,
but I'm definitely here for all the unconventional ways to continue to procreate. I'm definitely I don't know. I'm pro-life, but I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice first. So I'll say that. But I love life. Like I love us being more. I love the ability for us being more, even unconventionally. Outside of the age range, like, oh, you're too old to have a baby, or you're too this, or you're not this, or like, I don't believe in that. Like, I have 2 awesome, like I said, little universes in here, and it's hard for me to put restraints on what it took for them to get here. So,
you know what?
Like, I get it.
I think so. Like you were saying, like the nuclear family, the traditional family, is not necessarily. It's not the only way, and it's not necessarily even the right way. Considering all the different personalities that impact a little person's life, a little person's outlook, one less negative outlook could be a lot more impactful to a child these days, right? So like, even though you have the nuclear family, one of those 2 parents might be, I hate to use the word toxic, but it's something that paints the picture. You know what I'm saying?
It's what it is.
Right. And so, you know, you rather have one non-toxic and contributing and responsible, accountable person, human, good human, raising these humans than to have half toxic unit. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
No, it makes perfect sense. Have you guys seen that in real time though?
Oh, I haven't. Like my oldest son's father has nothing to do with him whatsoever. But my mother and my father, my mother and father are divorced. They were divorced when I was like 2. but they are the most incredible grandparents. And it made so much difference in Jalen's life, in my oldest son's life, even in mine. Like I just said, my parents are divorced, but I'm raised by my grandparents. My grandparents, my mother's family and my father's family became friends for the sake of raising me. And I like to think that I'm a pretty damn awesome person. But I sit and think of the opportunities and the things that my oldest son, my youngest son, I'm not gonna leave him out. I can't leave him out because my youngest son's dad is dad to my oldest son now. So it's just more of the family and the village that you cultivate around. You can't stop, or you can't let or allow, oh my God, my son's dad doesn't talk to him. Like, nobody's crying over that. Like, I'm okay with trading that with the people that we had that stepped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely, and I'm big on multi-generational. I have like my dad's family. I'm a first generation American on my dad's family side, and they're very multi-generational home. So my grandmother.
Where they from originally?
My grandmother. Okay. So my grandmother's mother is Nigerian, and my grandmother's father is German. My father's father, they're all Madras Indians. So they are Indian by way of South America, in the slave trade. So when the colonizers came to India to get slaves, they brought them to South America in the French Revolution and brought them in like the French Republic to cultivate South America. So they're from Guyana. So my dad's Guyanese. And my dad's mom is half German, half Nigerian by way of St. Vincent, is an island in, the Caribbean. And then my parents met. My mother is African-American, Virginia settlement, Thomas Jefferson style, slave rape, light skin. And they met in Homestead, Florida, Miami. Shout out to South Miami. And here I am, I've done my ancestry. I've done my genealogy. I've done my digging. So that's kind of my background. And then I am a product of Florida, and Virginia, two of the bigger slave colonies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And both are, if I'm not mistaken, both are what do you call it? Commonwealth states.
Virginia is definitely Commonwealth. I don't know about Florida.
That's what I tell these people. I know
Pennsylvania, Virginia, and there are two more. I thought it was Florida and Texas, but I'm sure I'm wrong on that. On at least one of them.
We don't know. We're gonna find that out.
I tell people every black person you see is Black history. Like, we all are.
Absolutely. Everybody has like a cluster.
We're all a testament of resilience. Like, you look at me, you should see my ancestry. You should see the resilience, because they try to throw everything at us. They still trying to throw everything at us. You see what's happening in Georgia right now. They trying to take away your vote. They still doing it. It's still the same playbook. Like,
right. And then even misinformation. Me and my dad, we go back and forth all the time about misinformation and disinformation, the things that they taught you to make you think that this was a thing and then it's not. Like my mom, and then my mom's like sister, we got Indian in our family, we Cherokee. We are not, okay? We are white and we are Black because of slave rape. This pretty hair is because we are white and Black, not because we got Indian in our family. We got no Indian in our family. I done the test. I done it all. Like, don't come with me because you think that makes you better or cuter or whatever you think that it makes you. It ain't it. This is slave rape. Let's accept it, okay, and move along.
Yeah,
that's Black history. That's resilience.
You said something about misinformation, so let me say to correct myself. Pennsylvania and Virginia are definitely Commonwealth states. The other two Commonwealth states are Kentucky and Massachusetts.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not Florida and not Texas. I said that.
Florida is a whole bunch of Spanish acquisition, all kinds of that jazz. It's crazy down here in Florida. These people are crazy.
I've been there quite a few times. Shout out to my brother J Boy, who is in Miami right now. He and my nieces and nephew, and his wife Sim, they are family. So I've been to Miami quite a few times. I've been to Miami quite a few times now. I've never been to the parts that you were talking about because I'm not going to Carol City. I'm not going to Overtown. I'm not going to Opelika. I'm not going to
get yourself together. Are you kidding me? You're not going to Opelika? Is the best flea market in the country. What the hell?
Does it really?
You're a hater. Yeah, Opelika. Yeah.
Well, people die there. I'm okay.
People die everywhere. Okay?
People die that is true.
People die everywhere. People
That's true.
Die. Okay.
You know what? This is like that. This is like that conversation where like you have the friend that has the dog that's foaming at the mouth, and the friend is like, "Nah, he friendly. He ain't gonna bite you. Don't worry about it.
He good. Just pet him."
You put your hand into the dog.
L, do you remember? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I know the way that we kind of came up in the neighborhood that we were in. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you remember around 2000? It was like this crazy war between Kennedy Street and I won't even name the other place, but it was like a crazy war between two neighborhoods.
And they was real close by.
They were real close by, and at least once a day, if you were on Kennedy Street, you were ducking bullets because somebody was coming down the street. I'm talking about starting from Georgia Avenue all the way to First.
You better stay inside.
Yes, somebody was coming down that street shooting, and like it didn't even matter if you wasn't about that life, if you wasn't like out there, if you wasn't, if you were standing around, you were getting shot at. And I was just thinking about that, like, because you think about like neighborhoods in other cities and, how people claim that, my city, the murder capital, and this, that, and the third, and that gets celebrated. Like, I would have rather not have had to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, I vividly remember being at Starlight. You remember Starlight right there on 5th and Kennedy?
Oh yeah.
The little convenience store right there on 5th and Kennedy. It was adjacent to Johnny's, which was my favorite Chinese. No, it wasn't.
No,
Twin Dragon.
Them egg rolls at Twin Dragon.
Them egg rolls at Twin Dragon was everything. But I just remember being over there and like.
And then hold on, I gotta, cause I'm a knife and Kennedy nigga. Yums
on 7th and Kennedy. I still go to look every time I come home. I still go to Yums. I still go to Yums. I give me a half a second.
Hot on that block. It's way too hot on that block. It's like
it is
on every corner.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? My guy, he lives right there on in between 7th and 5th, in Jefferson.
Shout out to Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Charlie. Man, I ain't seen Charlie in a long time. But I just think
I really might have to go to DC. Like, y'all really make me want to go to DC. Like, DC gives me the heebie-jeebies. But y'all really got me ready to go. Like,
no, you should wanna like it's a beautiful town.
Honestly. If ever you're here,
I've been there like once. Okay, and the traffic was too much for the kid, and I fucking can't. So I just stay away. Like, I have family up there. I have tons of friends up there. And I'm like, I'll just see y'all online because I'm not coming up there. But I will go into like Captain Crab's or Dave's, you know what I mean? In the middle of Carol City, because that's what I'm accustomed to. And y'all are like, I wouldn't dare go there. And I'm like, yo, that's home.
You know what? I tend to blend.
We need to do like a vlog or like, a meetup or something.
Visit each other's
there. Like, yo, live at.
We roll out the red carpet straight up. Like, you just have to know one. You got.
No, I wouldn't want the red carpet. I want the like dirty. Like, what do you guys have? Like, oh, do I need some New Balances? What I need to know. I don't want the fancy stuff. I want what you guys have.
I think.
Like, do I need to work on my accent?
You ain't got to.
Oh, I'm not going to, because I can't.
Lord. So the weekend you were talking about that you came up here and traffic was bad, and what?
Every damn weekend. What are you talking about?
Homecoming?
It don't matter. Do it matter?
It definitely matters.
Ain't the traffic always bad?
It depends on where you. It depends on where you going. It depends on where you're going and how you got there, right? And what weekend, what was going on in the universe of what was going on in the city.
Traffic looks a lot different during Howard Homecoming or inauguration.
Ain't nobody coming up there doing a damn Howard Homecoming.
That's the
latest weekend.
You're being disrespectful right now.
It wasn't during Howard.
I'm gonna tell
I can assure you, I was not there.
I'm gonna tell you how I know that you're being disrespectful right now.
This summer. It wasn't Homecoming. Okay, let's skip on past Howard.
You live in North Carolina.
I live in North Carolina.
You live in North Carolina. I know, but you've been to supposedly the greatest homecoming on earth.
That's what they name it. No. Okay, I'm anti-Aggie.
Okay, good. Oh.
I am a Ram.
I know you a Ram. I do know that.
State University, okay? Yes. Ram pride. I'm not an Aggie. I live in the city of Greensboro. I am aware of the happenings of the things that happen during homecoming.
Okay. No, I saw you tweet. I saw you tweet GHOE one time, and I was like,
I live here, right? Like it's just like tweeting bad traffic. Oh, the traffic is fucking terrible.
Well, I mean, it's Greensboro. Like nobody comes there.
Right, we got two highways. It's not that big.
Well, so I say that to say, to go back. If you come a weekend other than Howard Homecoming or inauguration, or
I came during this summer. It was like June.
That's because if it was June, you came during like the
I'm gonna say
Black
like
Caucus weekend.
I want to say that anytime I say it's gonna be like, oh, that was this.
No, it's not. Bad there. Listen, if you come like Memorial Day weekend where everybody in Miami,
I'll tell you, like it's some random nights where like I'll just ride around the city. Like after we get off of this, I'm probably just gonna go ride around the city just to see what's popping. Like the weather,
but you know your way around the city. You're talking to a visitor, a tourist.
The weather is so good right now. I expect like a lot
now. Now I have
now you got a tour guide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now.
But that's essentially what I mean by like,
I was crying on the side of the highway, like I missed my exit. I don't know who the fuck I am. I totally lost it. I was totally gone. I was so I'm angry thinking about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Your people left you hanging out there.
No, there was no people's. I like to think that I'm independent. I'm from Miami. I can drive anywhere. I can go to Atlanta and be like, bam, bam, bam. I can get in and out of traffic. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, that damn DMV traffic is a whole nother beast. And that I know. It brought me to tears.
It has nothing.
Every second of the parking, traffic. I was parking on one of the letters H somewhere, and I tried to find a parking deck to get to Q or somewhere, and I just lost it. I completely lost it. I've never gone back. This was like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, 8 years ago. What was that? 2012.
Somebody, can y'all come pick me up?
2013.
Well, look, you better catch an Uber like we doing. You better catch an Uber.
Don't come pick me up because I'm not.
That's the thing. So like, I now I drive around the city because like I know
gonna have to pick me up.
Avoid. But essentially, if I was going out on the town, if I was getting nice, you know what I'm saying, me and my lady, we would get dressed and hop in an Uber because I just know I'm not trying to spend 30 minutes trying to find a parking space. You know what I'm saying? Once I get there, I want to get lit. And so I'm not going to want to drive home. And so really what I'm going to do, I'm just catch an Uber to wherever I'm going. I'm going to walk from that place to the next place. I'm walk from that place to the next place. Oh, y'all want to go over to 18th Street? Let's catch an Uber to 18th Street real quick.
That sounds like a plan. That's what I do when I go to New York. Now, when I go to New York, I don't do nothing but go and park. I'm not I am not driving to New York.
I hate driving. I hate the subway in New York too.
Oh, no, I love the subway.
I hate the subway.
No,
I will catch a cab. I catch a cab.
Like
catching a cab or walking is the best way to see New York.
Bro, the last time you and I caught a cab in New York,
but I'm not driving.
It ain't end well. That was 2013. We had just got finished performing.
That night, I found out what Wild Turkey.
It didn't end well. Oh,
yes. Wow. Oh.
Shout out to my man Sasha. Shout out to
Sasha.
Yeah. That night, I found out what Wild Turkey is because Sasha was like, "Here, take this." And
take the shot. I can't remember. What was the bartender's name?
Oh, what was her name?
2013. This is what y'all. Okay, y'all gotta talk because I'll be right back. Y'all.
Oh, yes. No, go ahead.
No, I don't remember her name.
I can't think of her name either, but I just remember
her vividly too, but I don't remember her name.
I remember getting a hotel that weekend because you were going to stay in
Harlem.
You want to stay in Harlem where we usually stay.
With the cousin.
So with cousin. Shout out to them. I love them, yo.
Yeah. Shout out
to Kendall and Alex.
Shout out to Kendall and Alex.
Love them, yo. Like if y'all hear this and y'all see this or whatever, like, yo,
good time.
Y'all have always treated me like family. Like if it was, hey, you can stay on the couch right here. Hell, you can stay, you can sleep on the floor. It's gonna be packed up in this living room, but it's love. You ain't gotta go, you know what I'm saying?
And one of the best views, I think, in Harlem.
Yes.
From their balcony too.
Yeah. I remember, so the view from their balcony was looking over the bridge that goes to the Bronx.
Right.
And I remember just like standing out there. Actually, you and I were out there like chiefing.
Yeah.
And we were looking over at that bridge and we were just like, you know what I'm saying, talking about it or whatever. And you were telling me like the dynamics of the part of Harlem we were in, because we were in Harlem or whatever, and we were like top of Harlem. Mm-hmm. I want to say it was like 143rd and Lenox.
143rd, 145th and Lenox, yeah.
Yes.
Esplanade Gardens and all of that.
Yeah. We were super close, you know what I'm saying? Like,
over there, we just had Mother liquor store and all that.
Yes, yeah. We just had a great time, man, yo. And when I tell you, like, I miss those times. And I say I miss them because I think about like the level of creativity that came out of that. Like, do you remember like some of our like sessions on the Megabus heading up?
Man, look, I remember you being in a Holiday Inn closet trying to record on a
say what I want to say.
Yeah, trying to record on the microphone so we could like get the best sound. Sheena, imagine this big ass.
I climbed in the closet. And it wasn't like a regular closet where you would just open the doors to the closet and just walk in the closet.
Guys' size. I don't have any reference to how you guys like
that's fair.
Are in purpose, like in person. I mean,
oh, true.
I don't have.
Like,
I don't know.
You remember that movie?
Y'all like 5'7". Y'all like my height.
You remember that movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito?
Twin Peaks.
that's what we look like when we walk into
the who's the taller of the two then?
He's Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm Danny DeVito. That's what we look like walking into it, but he's big football.
How tall are you guys?
Huh?
I'm 6'2".
Okay.
I'm 6'2", about 283 right now. You know what I'm saying? I got some pounds to knock off.
Kevin Samuels would roast your ass.
yeah, you would. 6'2", 280.
You're not a high value man.
You ain't a high value man.
Shut up. Hush.
I'm about 5'6".
Let me get them
200 pounds. And
I'm bigger than you are.
I think I'm 5'6" with like my Air Maxes on. Shout out to Air Max. It's Air Max Day.
Shout out to
Air Max Day.
Woo-hoo. Love Air Maxes.
Shout out, I'm barefoot.
On a good day.
I wore some 270s today. Sorry.
Word up.
Oh, excuse me.
They're great driving shoes.
we need to get you some New Balance.
Right? Okay. Maybe I can wear them at homecoming or something. I'm 5'7" and I'm like 220-ish.
Okay.
220-ish. Yeah. Yo, did y'all know that there are 2 Howard stations on XM? So I got a new car and I have this like XM trial or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had XM before, but I'm gonna let this trial run out because I'm not a fan.
I don't like it either.
There's Howard stations. Like, why?
Why not? No,
they are mass media.
I'm not appreciating what you're doing right now.
I have to just like hate adjacent.
Don't hate adjacent.
I just have to hate because
it's all Black college love here. We gotta like throw the love in the air.
WSSU. Shout out to the Rams. I got my dad.
Let me
tell you about the cutest thing ever. Okay?
Shout out to the Maroon Tigers.
Shout out to Morehouse, baby.
Yes. All right. HBCU pride. I'm with it.
Yes.
So I'm older than you guys. I'm 37-ish. And it is so cool because my mom has like WSSU mom decal on her car. And of course, I have the WSSU Rams, like the license plate on my car. And then my dad, he was so excited to put on the WSSU dad on his car today. And I'm like, yo, what a fucking dream deferred. Like, oh, my parents are so cute. And my dad is like a diehard Hurricanes fan. All he wears is Hurricanes.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I even got on top of the Hurricanes. I'm like, yo, it's so cute. It's so cute to be like damn near 40 and your parents like, oh, Sheena. And I'm like, yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my God. He's dancing with Jalen. So my sister, we just got into Florida, right? My sister and my brother are significantly younger than I am. They're 19 and 20, 21, 20 something. I was in the Air Force when they were born. So let's signify that. My son is extremely close with them because they're all, and like my dad and my son are just dancing here. Like I'm just watching them just, it is the cutest thing. Oh gosh, I can't focus.
We gotta get some video.
It is so
cute. You
don't
want to take you away from it, you know what I mean?
No, no. I'm here. This was their thing. You know, I've had my dad my whole life, no big deal. This is them spending time with their granddad, and it is the coolest thing. Sure. We were talking about how cool granddads were, and it's really cool because like I said, me and my dad aren't incredibly close. Like I'm the oldest. He's also the oldest. So I think that plays a part into our relationship. We are very driven. And we have our way about ourselves, and that is a clash between the two of us. So to see him be soft with other people is really cute. It's like he's such a cute little granddad. Like you better be a granddaddy. It is the cutest thing. So I'm okay. Like I'm okay with that because he's just in there being a granddaddy. Like, and we had the hard conversation because his lady is white, right? So my stepmom is white, and we've had the conversations. He's very baby boomer. They're baby boomers, right?
Oh yeah.
And my stepmom, I love her, okay, because she tries, but she's white. And we have had the we've had the N-word conversations about how you cannot say that. I don't care who you heard it from or what you're relaying in a conversation. You cannot say that. We've had those conversations. And then down here in Florida, like South Florida's Trump country. Like everybody here has Trump flag. Everybody Trump. So she's not though. No, I got to give her credit there. Like I can't hate on her there. But I'm gonna tell you what, like thinking through like the unlearning part of it has just been very interesting. And they're both baby boomers, so there's a lot of respectability that plays into a lot of things. And I had to tell my dad, like, these kids do not care about your respect, bruh. They do not care whether or not you respect them. So they're going to wear their hair the way they want. They're going to wear their clothes. They don't say what they want because they don't. What is your respect by them? What does your respect do for them? And I think them having to face that, the idea that respect is just a concept.
That the world's changing. Essentially, the world's changed. And
like, what does respect do for you?
These kids don't have that veil over their faces. They're not.
No,
they're more in tune with the world.
In a different game, respect was everything. You know,
it was in a different game because you felt like, I think my dad, like they feel like respect put them in places that it wouldn't have gotten them before, but it doesn't. it doesn't. It might put you there, but only for the sake of saving face. Like it only puts you there to be the black friend. Like you're only there because you're the black friend. And I think like saying that to my dad, he was like shook. And I'm like, bro, get over it. Cause he was like, you gotta wear your polo shirt. Like he is very clean cut polo shirt, tight haircut, no facial hair, non-intimidating. I'm gonna go biking, I'm gonna go fishing, and let's go do all this shit. And I'm like, bro, be a dude. Like, what the fuck? Go play tunk on their ass. You know what I mean? Grow your beard out. Like, what are you scared of? Like, he gets on my brother all the time about his hair. He's like, it's just so unprofessional. I'm like, what? He wears a fucking Sky Zone. These kids are jumping on a trampoline all day. What are you talking about?
That's the thing. It's like diversity. I think they have an issue with diversity and like seeing themselves
because they had to force a way.
Yeah, they had to for survival, right? Especially for their own survival and for their own upper mobility, they had to do certain things, play by certain rules. But to us or to the younger generation, it just seems like a lot of, like you said, respectability, politics, a lot of shucking and jiving for minimal gains,
right?
You know, and this younger generation, they just buck the system. They like, all right, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Right? They're definitely
find a way, one way or the other.
Absolutely. I got a lot of respect for the younger ones because, like, even for us, it's like the middle point because we're kind of the awakening of, you know, we were raised by the baby boomers. You have to have your hair like this. Like, I'm gonna tell you, my anxiety was so on edge thinking about like getting my hair done like this to come down here. I'm like, nobody on this side of my family has braids or has ever had braids. We've always been clean cut, straight hair. You wear makeup when you go out. Like, you look a certain way. You look presentable to go out, and presentable was this. You know, it was fit into a box of small check marks. So I had to tell my dad, like, I'm in the process of building a house. And like, I think back to my own accomplishments, and I was like, bruh, I got these things by being me, by being, you know, weave, okay? By being crazy eyelashes, by being the ghetto stereotype that you all hate.
Okay, hold on. We gotta talk about the eyelashes. We gotta talk about the eyelashes.
Oh, we gotta talk about eyelashes.
Can we talk about
it? Okay, so hold on. So
y'all like them? Y'all like my eyelashes?
Extensions? That's
wait. Are those lashes?
Let me get, where's the camera at?
So because I think we become accustomed to seeing like the more exaggerated lash.
Yeah, that
kind of gives it a sort of like stigma.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so we're seeing the exaggerated lashes, we're seeing the women with the like teary-eyed, you know, bushy. That is a phenomenon that is beyond me as a man. I don't understand it.
Right.
Okay.
It makes you feel great, great, but as a man, it's like something that I just don't understand. I'm trying to equate it to something that maybe men do that would seem, I don't know, man. Yeah,
over the top.
Break it down for me. Break it down for us as men. Like, what is the
so I want to say, like, for us, it would have to be something that not a lot of us do. And I guess I would have to like take it to some of like the things that guys are doing to like hide their baldness or to like,
but it's not
push
even
their beard.
It's more cosmetic, right? It's more so like, what are you trying to accentuate?
What's the allure?
Obviously the eyes, the batting of the eyes, the what they call the like the bedroom eye effect. It gives it that, right? I'm assuming.
So for me, I got really short eyelashes, and I think that it just doesn't, like my little bald eyelashes doesn't make sense for the amount of hair that grows out of everywhere else, child. Like my mustache would be thicker than my eyelashes. So I gotta keep up. But I mean, I just think it's pretty because if I don't feel like putting on my makeup one day, my lashes are done like consistently. So I don't have to worry about like doing my makeup. Not to say that I need makeup, but it is what it is. Like, you're just prettier with makeup some days.
And
you know what I mean?
In no means,
just like it is.
Judging
like,
either. Like, we're not judging. We just want to know.
No. I don't think this ain't even about y'all. You know what I mean? It's not. It's what I see when I open my eyeballs in the morning. You know what I mean? Just like if you wake up and you know you need a haircut, and it's like, you know what? I am just fucking Scruff McGruff, and I need a visit to the barbershop. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. You know that you have a certain appearance that you like for yourself.
Because this is one of the conversations that I've dug deep into like in the past or whatever, and I guess maybe it's a man thing to not be able to understand that you have no one else in mind when making these decisions.
So when you go get your hair twisted or like it cleaned up, and then when you get your face shaped up, and when you sit down in the barber chair and say, I want this, and I want this, and I want this, who do you have in mind? Is it specifically what Elle and Jared wants? Or is it, I think the bitches are gonna like this, so this is what I'm gonna do?
Well, for me, like, for a large portion of
hair, so the
my
I don't know why that just sounded funny the way
I know. for a large portion of my grown life, David Banner was, all right, you grow your beard out long right here. You kind of have it short right here, but you have it kind of long right here, like David Banner. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, so let's dig into this. Honestly, most of the stuff that we do as men, we do for women.
I'm not asking about as men. I'm asking as Jared and as Elle.
We represent men.
When you bring in David Banner, is that a look that you liked?
Oh.
And you said, I want to do that for myself because this is what I like.
Well, I'll say for me, like, I don't really like a lot of hair. So I go in, I say, give me the Nas from 96 minus the part. And so he skins the sides and the back, and I get the, you know what I mean, the wavy.
Like a ball fade? I don't
so I get the wavy.
My grandfather was a barber, so I'm a little versed. You know what I'm saying?
And then I don't really like a lot of facial hair either, so I try to keep it like a low shadow most of the time. And that's
so it's still exactly what you like, what you feel you look best at.
There's a look that I feel like myself when I look this way. And so right now I'm scruffy. I got the hat on because I ain't got the clean shave, shaped up, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? But like when I go to the barber, I'll be like, I need to look like me, bro. Like give me that summertime fine L. Give me that Nas 93 street dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
what about
is
you?
That not is that not influenced by, like, you know what I'm saying, positive reinforcement or anything like that? Like,
ooh, I'm in psychology right now.
I feel like it's
hey, bitches in psychology right now. So let's talk about that.
Yes.
You know what? Even my wife says, like, she likes hair. She likes hair. Okay. I'm not a hair person. Okay. I'm just not a hair guy. Like, it's very important that you are appealing to your wife. And so I think I do keep my appearance in a way that I am appealing in a sense. Like, I know what she likes, right? But like, I got to feel like me essentially. Right. You know what I mean?
Do you feel that sometimes you have more hair? Like, is this haircut a compromise for the both of you? Or is this exactly what Elle wants without consideration to Miss Elle?
So that's a really good question because, like, over the last year, I kind of grew my stuff out and shaped it up. And I was a little bit more bushy than usual. It got to a point though where, like, okay, things started opening back up. I was like, I gotta get this shit cut off because I do not feel like myself. I feel.
How did Mrs. L feel?
She likes me with hair. She likes hair. She likes hair, and that's her thing.
Okay,
that's fine. But I was raised by one of them old Southern gentlemen. Rest in peace to my grandfather.
I shave off my mustache or my beard,
who went around the corner first to Kennedy to Mr. Brunson's. Rest in peace, Mr. Brunson.
Gotcha. Rest in peace, Mr. Brunson.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And I went and got my hair cut, and that's how I grew up, and that's kind of really what I like. And I don't really like hair at all. Like, my hair doesn't grow in the way I need it to. I don't want to be putting a whole bunch of oils on me all day because I sweat enough as it is. I just like to be free. So when I can rub my hands on it and I, go do my thing in the summertime. I don't gotta wear a hat. I just let it do its thing. My face popping. I feel like myself. You know what I'm saying? That's important.
Right.
Okay. Feeling like this.
How about you, Jared? Like, what honestly, do you feel is your best look, like, for you? Like, what I am me right now. What's that for you?
Oh, for me, it's so you see my locks right now. They are in, kind of a braid, braids going back or whatever. But for me, it's when all of my locks individualized are like coming down. I got like the thick, scruffy beard, but it's shaped up. And for me, that feels good. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I'm not totally ignorant of the people around me and what they think or what they like. Right now, depending on this, like, no, what's the word? Depending on like the severity of it, like I can acquiesce, but I'm never going to do like the baby butt face. Just not going to do it. This is probably always going to stay long. And, you know, even if, you know what I'm saying, like, shout out to the employer that hit me the other day and was like, we want you to come interview for this job. Shout out to them because, you know.
Hey, is it more money? Hold on before I
it's a whole lot more money.
Let's get these dollars.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, if they told me that, like, yo, you got to cut your beard and this and the third. So to map this back to, for those of you listening, you guys know that I moved down to Atlanta in 2014 to work on my PhD. So you guys know that. One of the things that they wanted from me, they didn't go as far as to say like, yo, you should cut your hair, but they wanted me to go with the baby butt face. And you know what I did? I grew out my face longer than what it was when they first asked me that, because I didn't like that. I didn't like the feel of it. Like, don't tell me how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was kind of radical in the sense of like, I didn't want to be placed into this box in academia of this is how you got to be in academia. And they said, shout out to the guy, I can't think of his name at the moment.
Shout out to that guy.
He was a cool black dude from Alabama. He came and sat with me and talked to me. He was like, yo, there's a different way you got to move in academia and this, that, and the third. And what he let me know is like, yo, this space is covertly racist. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to navigate this, you got to like play, you know what I'm saying? You got to play the game the way they want you to play it.
I hate that so much. I hate it so much. Like,
bro, and
conformism, I hate it so much.
That's where me and my dad bump heads. And that's where I'm like cringing because I don't want to navigate this space. I want to trailblaze it. I want to make myself in this space. So I'm going to just be quiet and listen. I'm listening.
No, Sheena, I love that.
I want to make my own space. I'm with you.
Listen,
because I refused. You know what I'm saying? Like for a long time, like I would walk into the office at GSU with my hair like this. You know what I'm saying? And my advisor, shout out to her, because I wouldn't even have got admitted. I wouldn't have gotten admitted to Georgia State if it wasn't for her. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to her. But she asked me on 2 occasions after like answering this question, she was like, yo, are those extensions?
What do it matter?
Where did Jay go?
Extensions?
Okay.
Like I told you a long time ago that, yo, this is my hair. Like this is a part of me. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, yeah, I felt the way, you know, about her asking that or whatever. And this is like one of those things where I felt like, it's like, yo, academia is like on some covert, you know what I'm saying, mess or whatever.
We'll do it.
And you kind of you've been with me through this journey, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think about my first class I taught. Shout out to all of my students in that first class. That was fall of 2014.
Shout out to the students. Sorry, yes. That was no shout out.
Shout out to them, to my students from that intro to kinesiology class. I had them listen to Where the Cookies and Shit or Extra Credit. I was like, yeah,
that's my little.
Wait a second. Is that? Are you talking about like the Bernie Mac?
Oh, so you don't know this? Oh,
no, I don't.
Sheena,
I'm a cookies and shit virgin. What the hell?
We can put that on the next project,
right? So Sheena,
okay, don't go into it. Let's finish
for the cause. I'm about to go
figure that out.
Sheena, L's
he ran away.
L's stage name is Him Downstairs.
I seen that.
So that's his stage name. I won't make it about he and I, but because he was him downstairs before he and I like actually started creating and doing music and stuff like that. So him downstairs is his name. So it only makes sense that the name of his first project was Where the Cookies and Shit.
Okay.
So we put out his first project in October, November of 2013. Where the Cookies and Shit. It's a comprehensive project. I'm on 3-4 of the tracks. And it's dope. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I think about some of the moves that I made in music and some of the things I've been a part of, like that's the biggest. Because I was a part of that process from beginning to end. You know, and so my students, when I got to Georgia State, and they were looking for opportunities to get extra credit, I was like, oh, y'all want extra credit? Listen to this project and give me an objective opinion about what you think about it. So I had them go to that PIF, listen to the project, and then write about it.
I need this link. I need it. I need that.
You know what? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I'll send you the project, and you can pick out, you know what I'm saying? You can tell us the songs that you like, the songs that you feel comfortable with. And you can also, like, based on our voices, well, he's throughout the whole project. It's his project. But for myself, you can pick out, like, yo, is this him on track such and such? Or, where do I hear him? You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So,
I'm great at that because I'm like, okay, so one of my classes right now is etymology of music.
I love etymology. Yes.
So back in the day, I was a band geek. I mean, I came up through band. I played several instruments. The clarinet, contrabass clarinet. I played percussion. I played cymbals. In marching band, I was in marching band. I was in concert band. I was in orchestra. I played the cello. I was also in the Air Force band, but that's neither here nor there. So music is something that I love extremely, especially when you get to breaking down the culture of music and the musicology of music, how things blend together, how this sounds with this sound. So those type of things. Is this in the right beat? Should this be 2/4? Should be 4/4? Should be 8/4? How this all works together. Is it mixed correctly? I'm very... one of my favorite things on Twitter used to be, remember how everybody used to just like spam you with their SoundCloud stuff?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things was like listening to people's SoundCloud and be like, this is mixed terribly. Like your engineer should be shot in the fucking backyard.
You know, so, like that was
definitely love that.
Like that's a major thing for me. Like I really spent some time like mixing and mastering the project. I'm sure Jeffro told about.
That is a whole like thing that is more than having the music. Like it's a great thing that you can say some words that sound really good against the beat, but how is it engineered? Like, is it engineered word for damn? Can we talk about that?
Well, I think a lot of our songs like weren't like professionally engineered. But to the point that you were
don't send me that shit then.
To the point that you were about to make, L, as an engineer, as a producer, you've grown exponentially since we started making music in, was it 2009, 2010? You know what I'm saying? You've grown exponentially since
y'all gotta send me the links, yo. Y'all gotta send me the links.
Oh, we got plenty of music.
So I'm the most like inconsistent
person
when it comes to the music.
Have you met me? Okay, the only thing I got is Friday nights.
Yo, I'm super inconsistent with the music. Like I really wish I had like a studio at my disposal, but like seriously, I'm so into my own shit that I don't want to release it to everybody.
Definitely, everybody don't deserve it. Everybody don't deserve it.
The way that people
I do though, send me that shit.
Spit it right back out is just, you know, that's not my shit.
And especially like the type of stuff that we create, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think about like over the years that I've been down here and the songs that you send me, like everything is authentically us, right? Like we're not trying to be nobody else. We not
shout out to Patron real quick.
Shout out to Patron.
I don't like Patron like shots, but like
I'm not fooling with Patron.
I just put some like cran apple pomegranate juice on top of some Patron. I
Okay.
don't know.
Bless
It's
you,
Friday
brother.
night.
So I
God
was
bless you.
drinking. Okay, so let's do a quick little shout out to what we were drinking. So
Okay.
I had, my dad's a diabetic. He's like that big, but he's a diabetic because he can't
Mhm.
control not eating fucking vegetables. So he has like diet cran raspberry in the refrigerator. Who even makes that? And I
Like a
mixed it
chaser
with
to
some
me.
Tito's. It was Bing. I had it with some Tito's. And so I pulled into the driveway. Okay, I drove 787 miles today from Greensboro, North Carolina to South Fort Myers. Like I am at the beach,
God
like
bless
2 steps over, we're at the beach, right? I pull up in the driveway, the garage opens, and here comes my stepmom with a glass of wine. She's like, I got some Pinot Grigio for you. Here's how you got. Woo! Yes.
She's all right after all.
Yo, here, okay, she is. Okay, I'm gonna take all that white privilege. So we got the Pinot Grigio, right? The Tito's, because I didn't know I can trust them to my liquor, but I mean, they got it. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking, but so yeah, diet cran raspberry
It's lit.
chaser with my Pinot
It's lit.
Grigio and my Tito's, and then your
It's
Patron and
I
what?
just went and grabbed like a double shot of Patron,
Where did y'all even get that from?
some cran
God bless you.
apple pomegranate juice.
What about you, Jared? What are you drinking?
I am, and I've
I need
just
you to be
finished.
drinking something.
I'm
Is
not.
that a cookout cup?
This is a Gus's cup.
What is a Gus's? What is
Oh,
Gus's?
you gotta
I done
gotta
been to
fool with
Atlanta
Gus.
a billion times and I've never been there.
That's because you wasn't chilling on Peachtree.
You're a hater. You're a hater. Which part of Peachtree is 40 peach trees? What the hell?
No. Peachtree is one continuous like situation all the way going up.
So I always
But
stay in Midtown. Midtown is always where I stay out.
So Gus is like closer to downtown. So I went to Georgia State. Georgia State is downtown.
Okay.
And when you start going up towards Midtown and downtown, you get to the Hooters on Peachtree, which I'm super familiar with.
I mean, you know, Hooters
that I needed was
Shout
called
out to
Hooters on Peachtree.
Shout out to Courtney from
shout out
Hooters on
Hooters
Peachtree.
and Peachtree. Okay. I gotta add them to my list, you know? I gotta add them to my list.
But no, so in the building right next to that Hooters, right across the street, because that street right there is Andrew Young International Boulevard.
Okay.
Right? The street right next to it, there is down, if you go like on the back side of that street, there's a Benihana's. But before you get to the Benihana's, if you go inside of like the mall part of the building, there is a Gus's Chicken on the inside of it, and their chicken is amazing. Their fried chicken, amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to hang out on Ponce. I used to hang out on Ponce a lot.
Yo, did you used to go to Dugan's?
It's okay. I think it's just kind of overrated. It's so fucking busy all the time.
It is.
And there's no really like solid food places to eat there.
So
like,
that's where you're wrong. Because there's a few places on Ponce. There's a Cuban spot. It's been a while, but there's a Cuban spot with like the best Cuban sandwich I've ever had.
Okay.
There's a margarita spot that we used to go to on Ponce all the time. I don't know if it's still there, but it should be because the margaritas were that good.
Margaritas not food kid. Okay. I'm not gonna go anywhere for the margaritas.
I used to party at MJQ's because it was the only place I could go in here. I could go in here Wu-Tang on Friday night.
I love it.
In Atlanta. It was like unheard of, you know what I mean? But I wanted to hear hip hop, and so I went to MJQ's.
Right.
I would go to Little.
So I'm like Corona, like post-Corona Atlanta. So you really gotta buy me in with your food. Like your environment is not gonna sell me necessarily. Your food really gotta be solid as hell for me to really like it.
Have you been to
so I'm writing these things down. I won't hate. I'm not hating.
BQE.
It's a lot of good food in Atlanta. Busy Bees. Shout out to Clark, Atlanta.
Shout out to Busy Bees.
Shout out to Chanterelles over in the West End.
Foxes. Foxes.
I gotta get with you. I need a list.
We eat. That's one thing you'll learn about it. We eat.
Yo, I'm an eater too. So okay, one place that I am addicted to is Nan's, the Thai place right on the corner of like right as you come off of like 14th and I don't want to call it Spring Street. It reminds me.
You right. 14th and Spring.
Yeah, it's right there, right where they're doing all that construction, and
not too far
like
from Atlantic Station.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right on
right
the other side of the bridge from Atlantic Station.
14
so Nan's is my place. I love Nan's.
Yeah.
I also like.
Is that East African?
It's Thai. It's Thai. Okay. I love Thai food. There's another place. There's a pizzeria, D Vincenzo, somebody. That's right there on Peachtree, right before you get to the Ardmore. Shout out to the Ardmore.
Shout out to Slice. Is Slice still there?
Oh, I don't know if Sliced.
I
need to get y'all's opinion. So I just go and do my own thing in Atlanta. I don't ask nobody shit. I just go and it's like, oh, where's this place? Let me walk. Like I'm a walker. So I can just like I'm not afraid. I can still carry. Like you're not gonna run up on me too fast. Word. But I like to get out and walk and figure out my way around places. I've done it in New York. I've done it in Atlanta, like some of the bigger cities.
Let me tell you, one night I was just gone. Like me and my boy. Shout out to Vincent, man. Shout out to Vincent.
Shout out to Vincent.
He writes for the New Yorker now, and me and him, we smoked some real good in New York, and we walked all the way from like Wall Street up to like the Sugar Hill, like which is like 165th to like 170. We walked all of that, and that's like. To this day, I feel like that's still the best way to see New York City is to just get on foot. And
on foot, absolutely.
That's the thing. That's why I hate the subway so much is because like you don't get to see New York on the subway.
Wait,
unless you're in like Queens or the Bronx.
I don't know. I think it depends on what you want to see in New York. If you want to see the people of New York, you get on the subway, or you want to see the buildings of New York, you walk on foot.
That is fair.
Yeah.
So I definitely get it, and I'd like to do both. I want to stop in any, like I be hungry all the time, so I will slip into any little pizza spot and eat your pizza. Like I love that kind of thing. Like let me get a plate and fold it in half and eat your pizza and keep it moving.
I'm perpetually looking for that place that we went to at 3 a.m. in Queens that night.
Do you remember
we
that?
need to take this on tour.
Yes.
Seriously.
This needs to go on tour.
No, bro.
Seriously.
Bro, we weren't in Queens.
Where were we?
Shout out to Jasmine.
Shout out to Jasmine.
We were in because we ended up going to I want to say
we
went to Harlem that night. We performed that night.
You guys are so
talented.
Came. Like I'm so blessed to be around you guys.
Oh, you stop it.
Wow. Please. Don't be saying shit.
We've been like talking shit for a long time. Like this is like if we didn't do this, like we would be more like just depressed. Like
really adore you guys. I mean, clearly, because I'd be like, "What y'all doing on Friday night? I can hang with y'all."
Yeah, man. I mean, we just like
so
love a good time. You know what I'm saying? We try to be responsible as possible, but like we love a good time and just it's good. It's good fun. We see places. When we go places, we see places. Like we see the cities.
We get up close.
I guess because I'm so accustomed to doing it myself. Like I'll just go by myself and do it. Like I don't need nobody. I'm go by myself here in my nine.
I'll do the same thing, right? But like sharing those experiences with somebody else is like such a dope thing. Like I remember I ended up going up, and this is just because my principal in DC at Shepherd Elementary, I won't say her name because I don't know if this will get her in trouble. I don't know if this will get her in trouble or not, but like she was the type where she was like, yo, you going out of town? You going to perform? All right, so next week when you come back, you're gonna have double classes all week. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're gonna miss these classes on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you either gonna get them in before you leave or get them in when you come back. And I appreciate her so much. Shout out to Jamie Miles. I gotta call you.
Shout out to you, Jamie.
Who she's actually from North Carolina, but she allowed me to go up. So I went up to New York on a Wednesday, but you couldn't get there until Thursday night.
Right.
So Thursday night when you got there, we performed. We ended up getting a hotel though. So we performed. We got
That's
a hotel, and Jazz, she ended up coming to the performance and taking us to that pizza spot. Because you remember, she got like a bunch of arugula.
So we went on the Lower East Side. We went on the
Lower East Side. Spicy. I love it.
Yeah.
Spicy lettuce.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Shout out to the Lower East
Side. My daughter
Side.
was trying to talk to me.
Shout out to LES.
Yeah. We used to have a great time. Like I think about that time when you were just talking about like walking around like at nighttime. But you remember me, you, and Flip. And this is the night that we stayed in that Holiday Inn Express.
Doing pull-ups on
the. You remember that?
Yeah. Like y'all in naps? Oh my gosh! Yeah. What the hell?
We were doing pull-ups on the light pole,
the walk sign. Yeah,
the walk sign.
Oh
so
my
we were doing
gosh!
Pull-ups in the middle of the street.
I was like Men in Black.
Straight up dumb guy shit.
Yeah,
it was stupid. To shoot the kid, the book, and the dude.
Just straight guy shit. Just straight testosterone. Like, oh yeah, I could do 10 pull-ups right now.
Right, and yeah, I jumped.
Guys, we're in public. Okay, you know what? Patrick, all this going somewhere.
Hey, look, if you hang out with us, you better be prepared. You better be prepared for stupid.
Yeah, we have a great time.
Do it.
We have a great time.
I might could do one pull-up. I'll try it.
You gonna try it?
Miss Army, come on now.
I'll try it.
You was in the service. Come on.
Uh-huh.
You know, I could do a mean ass V sit and reach.
Nah, but that night was so fun, bro. Like me, you, and Flip, we got in the car after the performance. We got in the car and we went to like Midtown. You remember that? And we went to that club. We were in that club. We were
we tried to go to the 40-40. We tried to go to the 40-40.
And my man was the bouncer at the 40-40. But you remember he told us we wasn't dressed properly.
Right.
So he told us like, yo, what's the spot not too far from here? Y'all can get in with what y'all got on. And we was like, oh, let's go there.
And it was ratchet as fucking.
Oh, it was ratchet.
Ratchet as shit in this spot, yo. Sheena, we went in this joint and like it was girls in there like,
oh yeah.
This got a place. That's right. Sheena got a place. I might have been there.
Yo, I was like, yo, I never felt more at home.
Exactly. We had such a good time in there.
Like, yo, drop me into like the real place of the culture. I'm always prepared, bro. Yeah. I love it. Tell me,
those are the best nights where you just stumble upon the gem of the city.
Yes, I can go somewhere and like take my shoes off in the club. Like, don't tell me.
I'm gonna tell you, like, if you hang out with us,
I got all my tetanus shot. We're ready.
DC is very much one of those cities. If you go to the right spots, DC
have a great
very
time.
Much one of those cities for
y'all. It's really trying.
It was times where we would be like partying in DC after like performing at like Busboys or something like that, and we would go to some spot like, yo, think about that night we went to Mustangs and had a great time in Mustangs. And people who hear this are from DC. They hear about Mustangs. Mustangs is the little strip club that could.
Sheena, all the strippers look like government workers. They look like government employees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like, I mean it's DC, so
just imagine.
Aren't they all?
Just imagine somebody who look like she working HR during the day.
That's on what I need in my life. Okay. Yeah. Yo, do you ever see some ass in some business pants?
Look. I am not complaining at all.
I'm in Florida right now, but give me a weekend, okay?
We were
on my way. I am on my way for some government contracted ass. Let me throw my taxes at you, girl.
You realize, like, if this isn't Atlanta, this isn't like one of those major hubs.
Yeah, I will never go to it. Okay. I was in the military, right? We was like, oh, we going to Magic City. We're going to Magic City. We went to Magic City and we stayed all night long. I mean, we had all Uncle Sam dollars in there, right? Magic City is like by the fucking bus station. I came out of that bad boy. My Malibu was on the, like, not even the tires, the wheels, tires, everything was gone. I was like, how? On the chassis. It wasn't even on bricks. Like, y'all couldn't even give me no bricks. It was on the chassis.
Oh, that's See, you should have went to Blue Flame.
I was just gonna say.
Should have went to Blue Flame.
I had a great time.
I live right around the corner from Blue Flame.
Shout out to the USA. Okay. Shout out to the USA.
I went to first time I went to Blue Flame. First time I went to Blue Flame. As I'm walking in, there's a girl walking in front of me, and she walks towards the bar. So I'm inevitably following her to like the general area.
You have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked back at me, and I just fell in love immediately. I just gave her all my money. That I just like you supposed to like pace yourself. I just gave her the whole stuff.
There was no pace.
And I just Blue Flame, as small as it is a.
Them be the ones that get you, bro. Them be the ones that homegrown ass child. Let me get a stretch mark of 7.
It's real.
Yo, listen.
Okay.
I miss strip club wings. I need some strip club wings in my life.
I don't know if I can
it's funny. Every week, Stephanie and I do this. Do the I'm tripping. The Feel to the Real podcast, and we talk about. Shout out to Stephanie. We talk about Lou Williams and the lemon pepper Lou's at
I just heard about that. What is that about? Oh,
so he has his own wing.
And I'm not no
big
fan of lemon pepper, but I seen it look like some like chili pepper.
No, listen. Pepper. You have to have the wet lemon peppers. Like that dry rub is cool and it's all right, but the wet lemon peppers are everything.
Okay. So I'm gonna come to Atlanta in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna need you to introduce me to these. I'm gonna text you and be like, "Listen, I'm here."
Okay.
And I need parts of these lemon. I've seen a picture. Okay. And they look like Thai chili is what it looks like. Thai chili pepper, and I need a part of it. Okay.
Okay.
So I need a part. Okay. 2 weeks. Give me 2
weeks. 2 weeks. You know what? I'll have my second vaccination shot by then.
You gotta listen. I'm trying to get that Johnson & Johnson. I'm getting it from the VA. Shout out to the veterans.
Shout out to the veterans. Big time.
Shout out to the veterans. Okay, we serve our country. I'm coming to get my lemon pepper. Who is it? I don't know. It don't even matter.
No, because it matters because the lemon peppers are named after him. The lemon pepper Lou's at Magic City.
Okay, S and lemon pepper.
Yeah.
This ain't bad. Let me go ahead and file my taxes.
There is a quality to strip club wings that like the taste of the strip club wing doesn't taste like
the ass in the air. It's the ass and the humidity.
It's the ambiance.
And how it fries I'm with it. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do my taxes while I'm here in Florida. Okay, so I can come back and be ready for the lemon pepper Lou's or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
I need it. I'm calling your number. Okay.
All right.
I need my lemon pepper Lou ass chili wings.
I had some great fun in New Orleans. New Orleans is a good city to be in. I've had some great fun in New Orleans.
Never been.
Me either.
San Francisco. I got to party in San Francisco at the Elbow Room in 2015 before they closed it.
How you been all
over
the place like this? Hold on.
I remember you sending me. You were at the Google work or music. Took me to these places.
You were at the Google campus, right? I vividly remember that. You were at the Google campus and you sent me a picture of you playing basketball outside.
I went to Google's campus and Samsung's campus, and they got a golf course. They got everything you want right there in the middle of the day. People just
have to talk offline because I need to know.
People leave their desk and then they go like jump on the trampoline or like they go play golf for lunch. And then you go to the lunch cafeteria and it's like, okay, well, what do you want to eat?
This is my kind of business.
Like you and then me going as a regular person, I'm like, well, what do they have? They're like, no. What do you
want? Okay.
And then so like I'm there for work. I'm dressed up. I'm in like a suit, and I immediately realized that I'm like overdressed. Like everyone here is 24 years.
What y'all do for work? So I know that you're an educator, Jared. What do you do for work? You don't have to tell me the company you do it for.
I'm in IT. Very general. I'm in IT.
That doesn't make no. I need a little more specific. I'm in IT too, but that's not really specific.
We'll talk.
You don't have to tell me who you do it for. Okay,
we'll talk
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But essentially, yeah, I've been able to. I've been afforded some free trips around the country, whether for professional work or whether for just like I said, like we toured for music on the East Coast in 2012, between 2012 and 2014. So we
2011 through 2013. We stayed
at some hotels, you know. We stayed.
Okay, sound like some whole shit. Let me go back.
Huh?
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
So yeah. I mean, but yeah, so fun cities. San Francisco is fun. San Francisco, like if you like smoking, like you get off at the airport and everybody's got vape pens. It's like vape pens is the thing to do in San Francisco. Where else? Houston was fun.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna talk about
Houston is a black ass city.
Okay, I'm with it. I need to know the black ass cities.
Houston's a black ass city. I love Houston. Shout out to the Pop Trunks and all that, and the Screw. Rest in peace, DJ Screw.
I'm going to leave Houston out of my my sphere.
Who else? I've turned up in Jackson, Mississippi. I have turned up.
Yo, let me tell you, as long as you don't drive your own car in Jackson, Mississippi, you are good to motherfucking go. Okay,
it's a good time.
I have spent some time in Jackson, Mississippi.
Shout out to Coach Mac.
Shout out to Coach Mac.
Coach Mac. Well, Coach Mac is from. I don't know. Coach Mac is from like the Delta. He's from Greenville, but he's spoken a lot about Jackson, Mississippi, and
you have
shout
a good
out
time
to
in
Mom's, his mother, who lives in Memphis now.
That's
which is not too far from what I'm saying, like
about 2 hours.
That part of Mississippi.
You know where else is a good time? Tampa, Florida.
I'm like 2 hours from Tampa right now.
Tampa's a good ass time.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a drunken time. It's a drunken time.
My cousin lives there. My the cousin that I'm here celebrating, her undergrad was at USF, which is in Tampa. And she went to college in Turks Caicos. They had like a really bad hurricane, and she came back over here to do her MD in Miami, University of Miami. So we're at graduation party tomorrow. I'm so proud of her. So yeah. Tampa's good. Yeah. I mean, Florida. It's Florida. So
I had a good time in Tampa. I had a good time in Birmingham.
It's okay. It's all right.
I had a good time in Birmingham because my homegirl. Shout out to Kate. She's from Birmingham, and
shout out to Kate.
Shout out to Platinum of Birmingham.
Kate had the
$1 or so in Platinum of Birmingham.
Did she have the
POB?
The Navigator when we
she was driving that Escalade.
Yes, that's what it was.
The first night I met Kate was in she went to Clark Atlanta. I went to Morehouse. And I was on a step team, and I got tendonitis in my foot one night, and she gave me a ride to the hospital in her Escalade, and I felt like I was the shit because I got like a personal chauffeur in an Escalade. I got picked up in the Escalade from step practice. Everybody's like, "What?" They took me to Shady Grady, and it was all good.
Shout out to Grady.
Gosh, I am glad.
Shout out to the Grady babies. Man.
Tendonitis.
But yeah, we went to Birmingham. We went to Purple Onion.
Birmingham,
you gotta eat a purple onion. They got these chicken fingers. It's like this big, big. Yeah, man. It's some good cities. It's some good fun.
Yeah. It is. It really is. Especially like East Coast, like the East Coast Southern area. I was in the military, and I spent some good time in Mississippi. I did tech school in Keesler, Biloxi, Mississippi. And then I was at a training base in Columbus, Mississippi, which is like northern Mississippi, Tupelo, about an hour and so from Memphis. So I spent some good times down Beale Street. Being from the South, back and forth from the South. My mom's family is Virginia, the Norfolk Tidewater area, Newport News area, and then Miami. Yeah, so I've been, I got a little rough around the edges when you think of like northern Miami, Carroll City, and then you think of like Bad News, Newport News is where my parents are from. Oh, wow. So it is like, I really shout out to the East Coast, shout out to the dirty South. Like I'm definitely a product of the dirty South. Like clearly skin black kid, dirty South. You know.
I don't know. I think
it's your ancestry. You know.
I think Florida might need to secede from the union.
Oh no, I'm only here on vacation. I'm a snowbird, so I can't even hate. You know what I mean?
Yo, I wouldn't mind living somewhere where it doesn't snow.
I would mind.
I
mind it down here. Like
I like weather. I like the snow. I like the heat.
If I had
like
my way,
all the in between.
If I had my way, I would live in like the San Francisco area because like it was 73 every day, sunny as hell, every day.
I like a little variety.
I want 4 distinct seasons.
Me too.
I want a true spring. I want a true summer.
Overrated.
I want a true fall, and I want a true winter. Like I want.
Me
snow.
too.
Like, bro, you know this. You sent me that picture of the snow.
For everybody, you can't say that's overrated.
Ago.
Like that's not just what's for you. That's not what for you.
Overrated.
But I'm with you. I'm with you, Jared. I want all of it. I want it to snow and I want to shovel that shit and I want it to be hot. I want to be assed out in my garage. You know what I mean? I want to sneeze when it's fucking allergy season. And I want to cook out and be chill when it's
I wanted to look like inside of WandaVision's bubble. I wanted to look sunny every day.
Nah.
Bro, you know when you send me the pictures of the snow, those videos of the snow, like Jack cried. You know what I'm saying? Well, one, because you know what I'm saying, like he likes DC, you know what I'm saying, and he misses his cousins.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Deuce and Ken, and he misses, you know, his Deuce and his Pop. But he saw that snow and he was like, yo, I want to go to the snow. Huh?
I said, I was just saying shout. We were shouting out to the nephew.
Yes. He was like, you know, I want to go get in the snow. And I was like we can't like just go up right now. And he cried and I felt so bad.
Yeah, you know that's how my kids are in Florida. Jalen, my oldest, was born here and it's like ingrained in him. He's always like, I want to move to Florida. I want to move to Florida. Like, bro, no, I can't fool with the government in Florida. Like, do you know what these laws? Do you just DeSantis, motherfucker? Do you know?
Right.
And he don't understand. Like he wants to be here. And you know, low-key, I do too. But if it weren't for the government, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Like there would be nothing stopping me from building a house here.
That's real.
So before, you know, for the sake of being here. Like my childhood is here. Everything I know and love when I think of my like memories going to this aquarium or the zoo or the, you know what I'm saying, the places that aren't even here anymore. When I think of those places, you know, even my littlest one, he's very familiar with the Florida culture. He's been here every year of his life. He knows what it's like to go to the beach. He knows what it's like to do all the things. We have a house on Biscayne, so we know what it's like to live here. And it's hard to peel them away from that and be like, come on, you guys, let's go back to North Carolina. And they were like, but what if, you know, and I'm like, mommy can't live there because the stupid governor is a dumbass.
So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to plan a tour when this shit opens back up.
Wait a second.
We
got our vaccinations. Like we got our vaccines. Okay.
Give me that shot in the arm. We're gonna do this. We're gonna plot a tour of the cities, the major cities where we
definitely. Where are we going first? Are y'all gonna make me go to DC first?
You gotta come to DC because I feel like you got a bad rap for DC. Like you got a bad first impression. And so we got to clean that up because this is the city that like we know and love so well, and it's like we move so easily through it. I need to that. Then we can take it up to New York and we can show you Harlem and all that.
You can show me Harlem. I can show y'all Harlem.
So let's do it. Let's find. Let's do it.
Let's blend the Harlem.
Then we're gonna take it back.
We're gonna take it back down to Atlanta. I'm definitely with it. And then we can come down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then we can go to Miami and I can show y'all like where I grew up.
Okay.
I got y'all. I can still carry. So no worries. We'll shoot anybody. No worries.
Shout out to the homie Tracy too that showed me around.
That's why look, I was just about to ask you about Anomaly.
She
Shout out
definitely
to
showed
Anomaly.
love. And that last time I just popped up when I was like, hey,
Where's Tracy from? Hold on, where's Tracy from?
She's from Miami proper. I can't tell you what
Okay.
hood she's from, but she's from Miami. She's a real Miamian, and I love her to
I'm
death.
with it.
Like
When
I popped up on her on a work trip, and she was like,
Nice.
"Yeah, I'm coming
Let's
to get
go.
you." She came and picked us up from the hotel. Me and like three of my homies.
Yeah.
And showed us Wynwood and showed us all around, and we partied
That's
in
what it was.
Wynwood that night.
Nice.
She took me to an open mic spot. Shout out.
She was just like you. She was like, "Don't go to South Beach." She was like, "Don't go to South Beach."
No, no way.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me do it.
Definitely. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, we definitely got to plan this tour.
Shout out to Anomaly, and shout out to my guy Trav, because that's how I met Anomaly.
Okay.
Word up.
And
Word up.
she took me to this open mic spot, and this is before I even got comfortable, which is funny, bro, because after I came back from Miami in 2010, that's when we had met up at Live.
Right.
And you performed at Live, and that was the first time me ever being on stage. I was up there scared to death.
How long have y'all been friends?
Huh?
How long have you two been friends?
Man,
since high school.
So it's interesting because like DC is very small.
Right.
Well, we're 36 years old. I probably have seen this brother in my lifetime since maybe 10, 11.
Yeah. Since early middle school.
But like we really got close like after college.
Yeah.
There's a community of people that like went away for college and then came back to DC. And I'm in that community. Jeffro's in that community.
Yeah.
Went to Howard. I went to Morehouse and I came back to DC, and that's where we really like got close.
Got super
like,
close.
I've probably seen this brother in my lifetime 100 million times before then.
Prior y'all being friends. Okay, that's good.
It's funny. I think about like high school or whatever, and like
went to the same high school.
You had
y'all went to the same high school?
Yeah. You had like the confidence to like be on stage and rap and stuff like that, and I would just look at you.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
He got it.
Let me tell you something. I was a fat kid.
What?
All the way up to 5th grade. Summer.
I'm about to say, yeah.
That
once
summer
we met,
between 5th and 6th grade, that's when I slimmed down.
Yeah.
So if you grow up in DC, like you got to know how to flame. You got to know how to roast. Like I got roasted, and I needed to know how to roast back, so I roasted motherfuckers.
Wow.
Essentially, I just really don't give a fuck what people think about me. Like you see, I tweet what I want for fear of consequence or whatever. I say what I want.
I'm not even gonna talk about tweets because
I know I'm not everybody. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I don't really give a fuck.
I don't have to be like I'm not, and I'm solid in that.
I put this out to the world now. If you ever got a misconception about me that I gave a fuck about what you thought about me, I'm sorry in advance.
Right. I'm not sorry. Like, good for you.
I've had to adopt that from you.
I'm a small man.
Everybody's not your people.
Listen, I'm a small guy.
I care too much.
I'm a small guy with a whole lot of. And so, if you can't see that, if that ain't for you, keep it moving. Don't waste my time. I won't waste yours. And we can pass like 2 ships in the night.
Ain't no cookies there.
And so I wish more people were like that, but like people insecure. I have my insecurities. Yeah. I deal with them internally, and I don't let them impact everybody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's just how I always carried it. And so I carry that to my stage persona too. So I get up on stage and I look out at the crowd and I see human beings. I see people who feel just like I feel. I see people who, if I say this thing this way, it's going to resonate with this group of people over here in the room. If I say it this way, it's going to resonate with this group of people in this room.
Right.
I can read the room in that situation. But essentially, if I'm 100% me every time, then they can't deny me.
People gravitate to it. You know what I'm saying? Even my students down here at Georgia State, like they gravitated to you, the person, like not no persona.
I told you, I'm not always right, but I'm real. I'm not always right, but I'm real.
Yeah.
And so you can't take that away from me. And I wish, it allows me to be sort of shameless in a way. Like we were talking about crackhead Debbie the other day.
Yes.
Like I see a crackhead Debbie.
Crackhead Debbie, tell me more.
Shout out to crackhead Debbie.
Shout out to crackhead
Debbie.
We're essentially saying like how I could reduce a lot of people to crackhead Debbie. Like crackhead Debbie, for better or worse, is who she is. She's addicted. Right. She was addicted to crack, and she mobs up and down Kennedy Street with that "I'm gonna be who I am" type of attitude.
And
she don't give a fuck about nothing.
Think.
She is.
I think I like crackhead Debbie.
And so I kind of reduce everybody to that. I see the crackhead Debbie in everybody. Like everybody has a little bit of like, I'm just gonna be who I am you know,
Right.
better or worse in them. And so, yeah, I reduce everybody to that. It makes it easy for me to like level the playing field and move among everybody else.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I go up on stage and it's a whole audience full of crackhead Debbies. And that's me.
Man, we've had some epic nights in New York, man, performing.
Well, yeah, we'll have
with
to
you
talk
being
about
on stage. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a whole show dedicated to that.
Yeah, we definitely need to take this on a road.
Yeah.
Straight up. So yeah, we'll plan something. But this is always a good time. Sheena, I appreciate you for coming on this thing, man. Like you go on vacation and you just pulled up on us, and I appreciate it so much. You are a friend of the show.
Absolutely.
You have the backstage pass all the time.
Anytime you try to come on and record with us.
Yo, y'all just let me know. Send me the invite and I'll be there.
We wanted to do some fun shit, but like the conversation just morphed into what it was. I wanted it to be organic.
It'd be organic. I'm with it.
And it was good to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
So next time we'll do some fun shit.
For sure. I don't know. This was fun. I'd be liking to see y'all faces and whatnot.
Likewise.
We appreciate it. Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this thing up though, because I'm about to roll up.
For sure. I
gotta go get Jack.
Mm-mm.
Jack probably passing out over here.
Nothing. I gotta drive over to Miami in the morning. Like the boys are going to see alligators tomorrow.
Oh, that's dope.
Nice. My granddad doing granddad stuff. My dad's doing granddad stuff.
I'm gonna be.
I be myself.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be following your story in Miami. Right. I'm gonna be following your story.
I got all the bathing suits. Y'all better follow me too. Okay, because all the ass gonna be out all weekend.
Hilarious. Enjoy yourself.
All weekends.
Enjoy yourself. Be safe. Enjoy. The dad in me is telling you to be safe.
Sure.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You know, have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Definitely. You guys too. You guys, the mom in me wants to tell you guys to be safe.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. As always, it warms my heart to say that this is the I Care Too Much podcast. And I think we did another one, man.
We did.
I think we
absolutely.
So I'm gonna try to get this thing out sometime in the next couple days. Don't charge it to my heart if I'm late on that.
Look.
Okay,
whenever it comes out, we waiting.
All right, it'll come out when it's ready.
To do. But yeah, man, happy Friday to everybody, and peace, love, and light, y'all, and be good at it. All right.
Amen.
Bye, you guys.
Peace.